Today, Jordan and I are going to be pondering the question, what if Marvel Legends did another MCU Build-A-Figure wave? It's very likely. Let's talk about what we think is going to be in it. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host, Dakota, here with my co-host, Jordan. And today, we are going to be trying to speculate, guess what is going to be in the next upcoming MCU wave. So, we've already gotten some figures from shows that aren't out in the Hydra Stomper Build-A-Figure wave. And there's still some shows to come. I'm going to guess that it's going to be heavily what if, because I think there's quite a few characters from that series that would make sense, and then sprinkle in a few others. So
right. Okay, so like partial what if, partial other stuff. Okay,
so
that's fair.
Let's start out with like a Build-A-Figure first. What do you anticipate the Build-A-Figure to be?
My first thought goes right to the like purple happy monster thing.
Yes. I think that makes the most sense, honestly.
Since they've already done the Hydra
right
Stomper Winter Soldier thing.
Mm-hmm. I think it would be cool if they did that as the Build-A-Figure, and then as a deluxe, we get the like demoned out Doctor Strange. I think that would sell. I think a lot of people would want that because it would be just like a general monster that would fit with your Mythic Legions, your NECAs, your other types of collections.
Yeah.
And I think that as a deluxe would sell really well. And I think it'd be super cool.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of new tooling, but usually MCUs get a little bit more budget for that. So I'd like that.
Makes sense.
And yeah, outside of those two,
we did see did you see those images? I think Rectangular had shared them, but I think it was like a mock-up of Kahori as a deluxe.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I thought it was interesting. He shared them saying, like, people were thinking, oh, this must be official. I think it obviously looks like a mock-up of what it could be. But I would almost rather see that because it was kind of cool. It looked like it came with some cool effects and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably more likely she would just be a single figure. I bet.
And honestly, I don't think I'd even I like the bubble effect that it kind of thought that she could come with. I don't think she really needs Mjolnir in the 10 rings just because that was kind of a one-off short part of the other. Yeah. So give her like alternate head, maybe even give her the those same type of effects that came with the previous MCU Loki, the like sorcerer Loki, where it was kind of like the green mist in his hand. I think that was kind of a cool effect. Make it blue and female hands. And then like glowing eyes, non-glowing eyes. But yeah, no, I definitely would want a Kahori figure. And I don't think you'd really need anything else from that episode. Like the other people from her tribe aren't really main characters that I think would get a spot. I think we'd get a Captain Carter, but what version do you think we'd be getting, Jordan?
Maybe a couple.
Yeah.
Well, she has like the modern suit, the Winter Soldier suit, and then like the suit. Well, I guess the 1602 suit, and then the more like
Infinity.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, since they've kind of done the standard, I wouldn't see them doing the modern one. Yeah. They already did the Winter Soldier one too, didn't they? Where it's like the muted colors.
Yeah, like the stealth version. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would guess. I don't know. I would see maybe the one from the last episode.
I think so too. I think I would rather want the 1602 version, but I think you're probably right because like we had the Infinity Ultron. I think it would be cool to get an Infinity Captain Carter. I think it would also like from 1602. Like 1602 is pretty much me getting my like issue number 2 of this Hero's Return where they're all in the Knights.
Your Robin Hood. Captain America type. And
yeah, I think King Thor would be cool from that one,
mm-hmm.
because that could also fit in with. I mean, they do usually do them a little bit more stylized, so maybe it wouldn't quite fit in with your comic figures. But I thought that was a cool look for Thor, and give him the, what was the sword, or was it the Odin's son?
Oh,
Or what was it?
Was it a spear?
Yeah, maybe it was the
Wasn't it
spear.
Odin's spear?
Yeah, from Wakanda. So I thought that was cool. Even like an Ant-Man in the night costume would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't really want a Captain America. It's just too Robin Hoodie, not night enough for me, but it would make sense, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. Is there any from 1602 that you think it could be?
Yeah, those ones seem the most like. I don't know. I would think maybe a Captain America, to be honest,
Okay.
or maybe Thor. I guess the Scarlet Witch, but she wasn't even a huge part. I mean, she had a slightly different costume.
Yeah, I mean, they do like to do Scarlet Witch versions, though. I'm a little bit disappointed that the zombies weren't a bigger part of that, because then we don't really. There's not really any more zombies we could get from there. Because Scarlet Witch was the only.
Doing a zombies show, though.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's where that'll come
out
in.
Of that episode.
Okay, but you're not going to get your Marvel Zombies Giant Man head, so that's unfortunate. Maybe that's the Build-A-Figure piece. Or is it the scroll?
I thought it was the scroll head we didn't get.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the scroll didn't get made. All right, so you're safe. Get some more zombies to go with your HasLab.
Load them up. Trying to think of other episodes.
From the racing one, I could see them doing a Grandmaster.
Gosh.
Or even that, like, Iron Man as the Build-A-Figure. I hope not, because it's too, like, Hulkbuster-ish. Just, I think...
Just dig out the old Hulkbuster and repaint it.
Pretty much.
That's actually, to me now, seeming more likely.
Maybe, yeah. Unfortunately. It'd be cool. I mean, they have the license for Transformers, so, like, they could make it, like, transform Iron Man into a car, make that a deluxe.
Super deluxe Iron Man.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think Grandmaster from that one makes the most sense, because we've already gotten that Gamora, or not really that Gamora, but the Thanos Gamora armor.
Yeah.
I think
they already kind of dipped into the Earth's Mightiest Heroes Peter Quill one with Goliath, and there's really not anyone else from that episode you do that would be new.
No, I don't think so. I think going forward, like, you could do the Hela when she's all white. I think that would be cool, or even Hela in, like, the armor she's, like, fighting in would be. Actually, I think maybe I would prefer that, just to go with my knights. But I think the white would just be an easy repaint, because it's essentially the same costume that we've already had of her, which that's a pretty decent figure. Very substantial.
Could you get any Christmas-themed Avengers?
I think Happy Hogan would probably be the only one from that one that you would get. Yeah. I mean, maybe you would get a Justin Hammer as just a, like, suited figure.
I was thinking, like, Cap in his elf suit or whatever. Remember, they had them all dressed up.
That would be fun.
That's unlikely, but
I do like that when Star Wars Black Series does the Christmas version, so it'd be cool to get some Legends. I would get Legends that were in Christmas costumes for sure.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm trying to think what else, though.
I mean, they had, what was that, like, supposed to be Two Gun Kid in that last episode? See the one shooting his pistols?
Oh, maybe. I might have missed that.
Yeah, it was, like, super quick, and I think they tried to do that. I'd have to go back and pause all those. So, or actually, you know what, commenters, you've probably already gone back and paused them. Tell me who's in all those crystal balls that Strange has captured. Because those,
you could do Nebula. In the first one if you wanted, but I don't really know. That happening.
Yeah, I don't really. But these MCU ones kind of do tend to be, some are cool that you want and some are completely pointless, and I think that would fall into the pointless category, that most people aren't wanting a Space Cop Nebula. Maybe. I don't know. Any others?
I don't know. Are there any? We kind of covered 1602. I don't really think there's anyone else from that last episode. I guess maybe this would be going back, but remember when the first season came out, I wanted the Watcher, but, like, in his armored up look. That never happened. I don't know if they would go back to that at this point.
That would
That
be
one would
cool.
probably be more of a deluxe if they did it, though. I don't know if they'd make that a Build-A-Figure
Right.
at this point.
You could even do just a redo of the Build-A-Figure, but make it like fades down to translucent. Is that possible?
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool because he's kind of like that a lot when he's talking to Captain Carter.
A new Howard the Duck, I hope.
Yeah, that's
single pack, of course.
Right. This time it comes with a weapon instead of a severed head. I forgot that was part of the last What If wave. Ugh.
You were so mad about that.
What was he even in for that?
What do you mean? Like, why was he?
Like, what episode was he in?
I don't remember. So he came with the Ant-Man head, didn't he?
Right, but I didn't think he was in that episode.
I don't think so either. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing else is really coming to mind for me as far as figures that would make sense.
Okay, so now we focused on What If. Let's branch out a little bit here.
Oh, okay, other shows.
So Echo, I think, is going to have a figure. Main character. She wasn't in the last, in like Hawkeye or anything previous. So I would assume we're going to get an Echo figure. Was Kingpin, the figure was from the Hawkeye show, right? That's how they kind of marketed it? Okay. I don't think we would get another one just because he's already in the white. Like, unless... Have you watched Echo yet?
No, I've not yet.
Okay. Actually. I haven't either, so maybe there's going to be some...
Pretty sure it looks like he looks about the same, though.
That's kind of what I thought. So I don't think we would get another one of him. The Agatha show, is that even coming out this year anymore?
I don't know. I've heard mixed things where the title keeps changing and they keep moving it around. I think it might be slated for later in like the fall. So
okay, maybe. We've already got her. So I don't.
Ironheart show was supposed to be out.
Yeah.
How many years ago? I wonder if they're just holding on to those. Like, you guys putting this show out or?
Right. Okay. What other MCU shows are coming out?
I mean, I guess with Echo, we've even from promotional seen Daredevil. I don't know if they would do a red suited MCU Daredevil.
People would go for that.
That would to me be like the hot seller. Obviously, like kind of blows all the other figures away. So I don't know if they would even make that part of that wave or more of its own, or wait till that show comes. I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, you could easily do Daredevil from this, and then he's going to have a slightly different costume for his own show. Put him out again. Yeah, that's probably how they're going to do it.
I'm trying to think, though. Because the other shows, really, I think it's just Echo, and then maybe... Yeah, what is it called now? Darkhold Diaries with Agatha or something. So that's possible, but even then, that's kind of further down the line. So I don't know if they would want to mix that in with a wave coming out.
Yeah, and we don't really know when this wave is coming, so it could be next month or it could be in September. So I would hope that we don't have to wait that long for some of these like What If characters, because I actually would be pretty excited to get a Kahori and a maybe another Captain Carter even.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. But I think so. If we're thinking a wave plus a deluxe, obviously my deluxe is that Doctor Strange, and then a wave has 6 characters in it. Maybe one that doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece, but I'm not going to count that because I don't want these MCU figures not coming with a Build-A-Figure piece. Give me a Kahorti. Give me a... I'm going to say Captain Carter from 1602. Probably going to be in the Infinity suit, but I probably would take either. Build-A-Figure is probably going to be the Purple Hulk thing. I don't want it, but I'm going to say Grandmaster is going to be one of the figures.
Gosh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, unfortunately, but
they could do something crazy and put in a cord or something too, though. Who knows? He was in multiple episodes.
True. Yeah, I was thinking, give Grandmaster the like scepter, and then also give him a puddle of himself.
That would be fun.
That would win accessory of the year, I think. Is it gonna happen? Probably not. Also, I think you were onto something with the Nova Corps.
I think they'll make one of her. I bet.
I don't want that Nebula, but they're probably gonna make it. I'm gonna say Hela in probably the white suit. I would want her more in the training outfit, but probably gonna be the white suit. And then the last figure, probably a 1602 Captain America, but I would rather it be Ant-Man. That's
I
my
I'd
guess.
see it being Cap, though.
Yeah, I think you're right. Any of those other than Cap that you would swap out to?
I think that's a pretty solid lineup, or
Yeah.
speculation. I don't know if it's solid. I don't know how much I want them all.
Right.
But I think that would make sense. I mean,
I think Justin
like I
Hammer
said.
could be swapped out with
Yeah.
like put him instead of maybe a Nebula or Grandmaster. But I don't know. It seems like they always put kind of a suited body in these MCU waves, like Jimmy Woo, the whoever the guy is from Black Panther.
Oh,
Everett Ross.
Yeah.
Some of those just like cheaper ones, but this would be more stylized, so I don't know if it would work. It wouldn't really go with your Iron Man display.
Well, then, okay,
specific.
so those, and you said also, though, an Echo, right?
Oh, yeah. I was going all what if there. And I don't think it's going to be a whole what if wave.
I think we'd probably get Echo, maybe Daredevil, but I think that could be pushing it. I don't know, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somewhere in that lineup, I think most of that's accurate.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks. If I was right, if I'm wrong, then Jordan told me all this stuff to say.
It's true.
Tell us down below what you think this wave could be, because there's not really outside of what if much that we could pull from, but maybe we could go back and pull from like Loki, but
they can make me real happy and give me a rando Werewolf by Night, but
okay, yeah, I mean that was MCU, so that makes sense. Put it in with the Disney Plus. I mean, is there anybody in Loki that you would? I would just rather have a comic version.
I know, you're right.
Is there anybody from Loki that would make sense?
Oh, I guess you could get Obi.
Obi would be good. I think people would like him.
Oh, I'd think about getting Loki from the end when he's like in the green cloak and horns and stuff.
Sure. Okay, so there's a few that we could pull from.
I hadn't thought of Loki.
Past.
That's a good point. Outside of that, I mean, unless you just did a redo of Sylvie, redo of Mobius, they're all pretty much the same looking, though.
Yeah.
I mean, slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could do, like, what is there, B-51, the Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
They may have had plans for Victor Timely, but I don't know if that's still going.
Probably not. They scratched that one off. But yeah, I think Loki would make sense to pull back from. I think going any farther back than that, I mean, would they go back to like Golden Scarab? Because I would like that figure from Moon Knight. Mm-hmm. Make the build a figure the like hippo goddess. Mm-hmm. That would be goofy. I don't think they would do that, but
that'd be fun though.
I think that would probably be one of the only ones going back that I would
Loki.
like a Golden Scarab, and then after that, there's not really much else. But yeah, all right. So let us know down below. What do you think it's going to be? Give us your predictions, because, you know, when I see it enough times, then it becomes my predictions in future episodes. Go back and watch some of our other comic version episodes that we're predicting for retro cards. And until next time, stay strong.